Osho once said that George Gurdjieff was the greatest master of the modern age. But Gurdjieff didn't offer peace or love. He offered a brutal wake-up call. He claimed that 99% of people, and that includes you, are actually asleep. You're just a machine, reacting to triggers, with no real I inside. You think you're making choices, but you're just a puppet on a string, pulled by habits, emotions, and external events. He believed that the person you think you are is just a collection of learned behaviors, not a conscious being. Today, we read diving into the life of the most mysterious and controversial mystic of the 20th century to find out, how do we actually wake up from this waking sleep? Born somewhere in the Caucasus region, Gurdjieff's early life is shrouded in mystery. He was a seeker from a young age, obsessed with questions that science and religion couldn't answer. Why are we here? What is the purpose of human life? His thirst for knowledge wasn't academic. It was a burning need to understand the machinery of human consciousness. He believed that fragments of a powerful, ancient knowledge existed, but they were scattered across the globe, hidden in remote monasteries and secret societies. So, for 20 years, he vanished. He became a wanderer, a spiritual detective on a quest that took him through the rugged mountains of Tibet, the ancient landscapes of Egypt, and the mystical heartlands of Central Asia and the Middle East. He wasn't just a tourist. He was searching for a very specific, legendary group, the Sarmong Brotherhood. He claimed this brotherhood was a hidden school, a guardian of the ancient code of human consciousness. This wasn't some vague spiritual teaching. Gurdjieff described it as a precise, scientific system for understanding the human machine and how to gain control over it. He learned about cosmic laws, the different centers of human intelligence, intellectual, emotional, and physical, and the techniques to harmonize them. When he finally returned to the West around 1912, he wasn't a gentle guru offering blessings. He was a scientist of the soul, armed with a radical and demanding system. He set up his first groups in Moscow and St. Petersburg, attracting artists, intellectuals, and seekers who were tired of conventional spirituality. He wasn't there to make them feel good. He was there to shatter their illusions. He brought with him a system he called the work, or more famously, the fourth way. Now, what is the fourth way? Traditionally, there were three paths to enlightenment. The way of the fakir, focusing on mastering the physical body through extreme hardship. The way of the monk, mastering the emotions through prayer and devotion. And the way of the yogi, mastering the mind through knowledge and meditation. But all these paths required you to withdraw from the world to go to a monastery, a cave, or an ashram. Gurdjieff called his path the fourth way because it was designed for modern people living in the chaos of everyday life. You don't run away from the world, you use the world. Every stressor, every difficult person, every frustrating moment becomes your monastery. It's the ultimate life hack for spiritual growth, but it comes with a price. Gurdjieff's method was all about creating shocks to wake you up from your mechanical state. He believed we operate on autopilot, and only an unexpected jolt can break the pattern. His methods were often confrontational and psychologically demanding. He would make his students perform intense physical labor, like digging ditches all day only to be told to fill them back up at night. The point wasn't the task itself, it was to exhaust the physical body and the complaining mind, so the student could observe their own mechanical reactions. A proud intellectual might be forced to scrub floors. A shy person might be ordered to lead a group. He would even do things like force a lifelong vegetarian to eat a piece of meat, not out of cruelty, but to break the powerful identification with the label "I am a vegetarian." The shock wasn't the meat, it was seeing the machine's violent reaction to a broken rule. One of his most famous techniques was the stop exercise. At any random moment, he would shout "stop," and his students had to freeze instantly, mid-sentence, mid-step, even mid-chew. They had to hold their exact physical posture, but inwardly, they had to observe. What was I just thinking? What emotion was I feeling? Where is the tension in my body? It was a powerful tool to catch the machine in the act, to see yourself not as a unified whole, but as a jumble of disconnected impulses. As you can imagine, This didn't make him popular everywhere. He established his famous Institute for the Harmonious Development of Man in a chateau outside Paris, and stories that came out of it were wild. He was called a charlatan, a hypnotist, a manipulator, even a black magician. He lived a life of luxury, driving fast cars and enjoying fine food and drink, while his students often lived in harsh, demanding conditions. This paradox fueled his dark reputation. He was also involved in several mysterious and near-fatal car crashes, which some believed were not accidents. He was a master of psychological games, pushing his followers to their absolute limits. Like Osho decades later, Gurdjieff attracted immense controversy. People asked, was he a master of deprogramming people from their societal conditioning? Or was he just a master of control, reprogramming them into his own cult of personality? The line was incredibly blurry, and many who couldn't handle the intensity left, calling him a dangerous madman. But those who stayed claimed he gave them the most precious gift of all, a chance to meet their real selves. So, what is the ultimate legacy of this enigmatic master? Gurdjieff didn't leave behind a religion or a set of comfortable beliefs. His legacy is an uncomfortable, challenging idea that self-observation is the only key to escaping the prison of your own mind. He wasn't interested in followers who blindly believed him. In fact, he famously said, "Do not believe anything I say, I want you to verify it for yourself." His entire system was a practical experiment. Can you watch your own thoughts without judgment? Can you feel an emotion without being swept away by it? Can you notice the tiny, automatic habits that run your life every single day? Gurdjieff's teaching is a mirror. It doesn't promise you heaven or a peaceful life. It just asks a very simple, yet profound question. Are you truly awake? Or are you just a ghost in the machine? The first step, according to him, is the most difficult one of all, to admit, just for a moment, that you might be asleep. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey into the mind of a master intriguing, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the world's most fascinating philosophies.